Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Wednesday and we have got a real-life map today for you. It's not bad, and as you can tell from the visuals down below. But before we get starting, I would like to apologise for the length of the episodes this week. I'm using new recording software, OBS. I can't quite seem to judge it like I did with the old software. I have had information back from tech, and hopefully we'll be able to resolve the old problems very soon. Right, now, have you seen this week's map making with BonBonB? Released on Monday. I'm building my second ever map. If you've not seen that one, I highly recommend taking a glance after the end of today's episode if you've got the time. It's coming together quite nicely. Okay, and of course, there's one last thing we've got to do before we get started in today's episode, and that is your daily reminder. Yes, please hit that like button now. It really does help me out an awful lot, and hopefully we'll get up to 20,000 subscribers by Christmas. Do you think that's possible? No, me neither. But I will take it if it comes. Thank you very much. Okay, anyway, enough of that. You're here for a map review, and a map review is what we are going to do. Let's have a look at today's map, which is Santander by TM Victor. Now, we have seen their work before, back in episode 339 with King of the Road, and I gave them a total of 11 stars. There's your start square. The only shortfall was 3 stars for detailing. Don't forget, you'll get to data resources there. You'll get to vote on today's map as well. We've got a new vote mechanism running in the top right hand corner, and yeah, I'll remind you before we get to the end of today's show. Quick nod to the thumbnails, they're pretty nice, thank you very much. You do need network extensions too, or you'll have no roads at all really, but that's highly recommended. If you can, if you've got the ability to download it, go for it, do it. We'll be using the realistic 1.45 European theme and Clara LUT today. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's have a look at the roads. And the roads are, we start off with highways before dropping down to the more convenient and easygoing dual carriageways, of course. We've got some quite serious glitching going on between the two roads here. Two highways, perfect little bridge there. Yeah, it's one of those that, do you want them closer together? Do you want them further apart? I wouldn't like to call either way. I think that's the perfect distance. It's just unfortunate the game wants to glitch, and glitching is what it does, and it's just, I'm finding it very ugly, honestly. That central reservation there, easy to go back with the yeah, you can't do it in the editor, but with the Surface Painter, that's a perfect little bridge there. You go back with Surface Painter and tidy that one up later if you want to, but unfortunately that's not something you can do as the map creator. It's a shame. It's a shame. So in the meanwhile, I have to comment on what I see, and what I see is that. Now, I like the way it goes up to 3 lanes before this intersection. It's like a feeder lane, a splitter lane, you know, and we'll feed off this way. That intersection is kind of like where we'll go back to. Nice little railway bridge there. We'll have a look at that one a little bit later when we do the railways. Perfect bridge here, and now the start square intersection. Now, quite nice. I quite like this little room to build into here. Quite nice indeedy. A little roundabout, nice little intersection. But this side, where are you supposed to go over here? This roundabout, there's no real room for expanding or doing anything anyway. Unless you're going to put a railway station about there. Maybe that might be the answer. I'm sure that's a realistic intersection for Santander. But anyway, yeah, 3 lanes down to 2 lanes is the splitter lane, the feeder lane, and a little bit jinky janky. A little bit. It's not as bad as the one we saw on Monday. It's like curves around nicely, hits a straight bit, and it should just like pop in like a little poppy thing. It'd be very nice. Anyway, we'll no analogies about dislocated elbows today, by the way. Around this way, and then around that way. This is this is a ring road, a loop. I wouldn't call this a ring road. This road will loop back onto itself. And intersections. Look at this one. This is quite busy. There's a lot going on here. There's an awful lot going on here. Now this is quite nice. You've got the roundabout on one side that you feed to from this side over to the roundabout on that side, and you've got all that room to expand into there by the harbour. And then when you come over to here, we've got like a squidged cloverleaf with a roundabout on that end to expand into that area. It's quite tidy as well. And if we've got anything else we should look at, yeah, if we come this way, this all feeds over to here to what would be some sort of main avenue. Okay, let's go back and have a look at it from street level. So that's all the things we'll be looking for as we come in from street level. A little bit jinky janky going on here as well as it merges into the 3 lanes down to 2 lanes again. It's nice. I don't know. You can't help the way that game connects those roads up. It doesn't quite work. It does, but it doesn't. Yeah. Also, these roads, they're not quite plumb, are they? They're not quite plumb. Now, first of all, we've got a couple of street lights clipping there and there and there, a little bit too low. And have a look at these. These medians, they just drift apart slightly. Just slightly. There's not much in it. But yeah, there you go, the height there, and also the mantle. If you want to get rid of mantle from all maps, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button now. That will eliminate all mantle from all of your maps. Like this mantle here, that's even worse under there. Look at that, good grief. Double glitch. Ooch. Ooch and ouch. So yeah, we've got more street lights clipping through here, unfortunately. Not quite as bad as the first bridge, I don't think. But not too... Yeah, it's still bad. Yeah, it's still bad. We've got a few bumps coming down off of the intersection as well. Just needs tidying up a little bit. And yeah, we'll head over this way as well. And yeah, this looks... Yeah, that's a bit steep and angled, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit off, that one. Just needs tidying up. It's not bad. It's just not perfect. And I like a little bit of perfection, me, you know. Well, why not? Come on, if you can have perfection, why not strive for perfection? Down to this next intersection, of course, the next intersection there would be another one coming. This one we will be coming back to, and this is actually a very nice one, by the way. This is very slick and smooth. This feeder road here looks a bit odd, but it goes up and over, possibly a bit steep. Possibly a little bit steep. We've got a clipping lamp again, but it's not interfering with the road. That's one if this was a 5-star map, I might be inclined to let that one little street light go, because it's not affecting anything. But it's not perfect. Speaking of perfection, look at the median down here. We've got like this sound barrier or wall going down the middle of the road. Let's go down and have a closer look. And the prop line tool hasn't clipped them together that well. Prop precision is a prop that supposedly fixes that. I've never had much luck with prop precision, so Tim Victor, you have my sympathies on this one, but I probably wouldn't have bothered with the wall. Look at this. Oh yeah, now this feels very reverent. This feels very oh, hail Pedro. Hail Pedro. I don't know if Pedro is a very significant person in Spain. I just made that one up, but there we go. Hail Pedro. And I'm not sure why we have billboards on the map, but thank you very much for the billboards on the map. Let's head back to this intersection, and we're now going to go right and have a look at the tunnels. Now, the tunnels, these don't look too bad. Okay, they are Network Extension 2 tunnels, so you can actually see right the way through them. Come over to this side, and they're a little bit wonky, just a little bit wonky, but not too bad. Not too bad. Intersection here comes down to this decorated roundabout. That's quite sweet. Okay, I'll deal with that. Not sure about this. I don't know what this is. This is obviously a real thing. It's decorated around the outside, and I just find it a bit odd. And there's also a missing tree, by the way. Just one missing tree. But other than that, yeah, I'm sure it's a real thing. I just haven't studied it enough. I'm not marking it down for anything. I'm just think it's just an odd looking thing. In real life, in context, it's probably excellent. It's probably the one thing that makes this area of Santander stand out. And if I had time to, I would. I promise you, do some more research on that one. Right, we're off near the fog, but we're coming back inland now because this will loop back and connect where we started from. We've got an odd-looking intersection. It's just not quite. Once again, not quite plumb. It's not bad. We have got street lights glimping through there as well. Ah, dearie, dearie, dear. Facebook group, don't forget to join the Facebook group, facebook.com/official BonBonB. This is an awful bridge. We've got Jinky Janky as well, and it just needs fixing. It just needs fixing. These tunnels are just not good at all. They just don't look right at all. We come over to the other side and have a peek in there. Look, the tunnels, they seem to go up. Surely the tunnels would go level. If you're going to go up, you might as well build over the hill, surely. And then we come down to these tunnels. And these tunnels, yeah, they're not so bad. This, once again, there's still a bit of an incline going on there as well. And then over this side, and we've got inclines going on, quite a steep incline on that one. Yeah, I know we're not supposed to look into tunnels and study it that accurately, but if you can see in, then I'm marking it. I'm marking it. You want to use Network Extension 2 tunnels? I am going to mark them. I'm going to tell you if I believe them. So that's it from the roads. Let's have a look at the rail instead. Now, remember those road over rail bridges looked perfect from the air? Well, they might be a little bit low. Check these two out. That's just a little bit ouchy, isn't it? Ooh. Now, this underpass should have been tapered in from a lot further back. Sorry, camera went there. From a lot further back. And as we come out on the other side, we've got a wobbly line on the right-hand side there. Needs tidying up. And basically, at the end of the day, it's a really nice idea. Poorly executed, that bridge. I'm sorry, TM Victor. You were close. You were that close and failed. Lumpy bumpy line here. We'll get a better look at that in a moment from the opposite direction. And now the centre line wants to cut down underneath this left-hand line. I think it's an odd choice, but I understand why, I guess. Yeah, there we are. It comes out a bit low. Should have been tapered in from a lot further back. That's a dead-end line eventually. It goes a little way, and there's your lumpy bumpy on that line. But yeah, we won't follow the that off branch there. We'll come this way instead, because we end up with a very busy-looking line down here. We've got two of them that taper off this way and go through a nice set of tunnels there, perfect tunnels. And I do like the rail in the harbour. That's very nice work indeed. A big fan of that. So we'll come back the other way, past the Blue Mantle. Oh, such an ugly thing, isn't it? And then this way. Now, this next road bridge might even be lower than the first road bridge. I'm not sure. Let's go underneath it and have a look, shall we? Yeah, that's just too low again. Once again, these railway lines should be tapered in from a little bit further back, give you just a little bit more room to play with. And then it comes up to a perfect location for a terminus station. I'll tell you what, it's got to be time for an asset review. And so off to Assetville for today's asset, which is catchily named 10A HR CP 464 A20 N4 by 10 Avoid. So catchy. Yeah, this is a nice dirty looking type social housing block of flats. Dirty, ugly, but ugly in a good way. I mean that. Absolutely filthy, grubby, city smog, dirty, grubby. I've said all of that. I'm sticking by it. Oh dear. Yes, honestly. So you might want to write this one down. It's 10A HRCP 464 A20 N4 by 10 Avoid. But of course, all the links are in the description down below, so you'll be able to click straight through to that one. See, I'm trying to be helpful. I'm always trying to be helpful. Today's asset of the day, off to Seamington Island for another look. The last daytime look at Hot Semi-Arid Theme by Wally Shally, with future Deus Ex style LUT brighter LUT. Right, let's have a look at a couple of factoids from the Wild West, shall we? In 1924, 59 westerns were made in the United States. I don't know where else you'd make them. Very much typical of the United States culture, of course. But in 1984, not long before this book that I'm reading was published, there were only 3. So there you go. Everything goes round in 5. I guess there weren't many space westerns back in the early days, were there? One more. Although westerns usually show horses pulling wagon trains across the American heartland, oxen were far more efficient and were used far more often. Oxen is something that I need to be using in my ostrich build. Yes, I need to buy some oxen in to pull the plough. So there's truth there. It's got to be if ostrich is doing it. Back to Santander by TM Victor and shipping routes, and I approve of these. Okay, I really do. I think they're very nicely done. You'll see these taper in here. Look, we've got the main route that goes across there, coming in from 3 locations, and the side of the map up there as well. And they sort of like funnel in 3 different directions, and they can all get to every lane like this. See the way the crosses over. Very nicely done. And then they all come in here into the main bay. And once you're in the main bay, it's all splits up nicely. You can go into those 3 little terminal areas there, or one that goes up this way that splits into 2 different locations there and there. So I think that's one of the best shipping routes I've seen in a long time. Yes, very good work, TM Victor. Water flow. We have got water flow. We have. Rivers is what the water flow would be. And generally, I quite like them. Okay? Generally, I do. Got a bit of a dead area in the middle here, because as you come to the other side, the water is pushing in to this location as well. I'm pretty sure it's big enough to not have to worry about pollution, but if you don't like pollution, that might be a bit of an issue. I'd like to see the water flowing out of that bay, if that's okay. Now, we do have water, well, except of course with water flow. We'll have a look at the rivers as we come down here. If I'm honest with you, the water source is not something I'm particularly buying into. Haven't managed to show it here. I don't think I'd managed to show it. I'm going to say new recording software, and I'm forgetting to do things because I'm having to change my routines. Plus, on top of that, I can't quite judge things right, and the shows are a little bit longer. I'm actually running this at 125% recording speed. Edge of the Sofa, that's me on Twitter. That's right. Join me over there. Be good to have you tweeting at me. I like being tweeted at. Yeah, nice harbours, nice quay walls there, very tidy. Indeed. Now we'll come down here to the island with the jetty on it. It's been very nicely worked into that island, and that's nice detailing, if I'm honest with you. And then we've got, it's the Essential Lighthouse. The rock work's pretty nice here. I've got to say the coastal rock work on this one is one that jumps out for me. I've got another jetty here. Now this one's a little bit like my map making with BonBonB, my second map. I've done something similar like this with a path leading up to the lighthouse, except for I haven't actually used the path on my particular one. But yeah, the coastal rock work on this particular map is pretty good. A little bit of water glitching there, unfortunately. It's a shame. It's a shame, but it's a price you have to pay when you're using these particular rocks. And down here, look at this. This is pretty nice. In fact, it's even better down here on this headland over here. You can see the way that it's been worked. I like this. I like this. This is very nice work indeed. Comes out here, juts out. Very rocky. Sort of place that most people would want to put down a lighthouse, but not TM Victor. Because I think genuinely the ships would steer away from this anyway. Very nice. So yeah, very good of you not to put a lighthouse down just because you feel there should be. Got a jetty down here as well. Not quite sure how that ship would end up there, but it has managed to end up all the way up there as well. Of all the places it could have ended up, it ended up on that little bank there. So yeah, let's have a look at now the fields. The fields, I like them, and then the closer I get in, the less I like them. It's this new foliage that's come with the vanilla game. Once again, the fields are being field painted, and then we're using various different types of the foliage that comes with the game, and the foliage just looks really wet. I mean, it looks really good for detailing the water and under the water. I've used it for marshlands. This just seems like it's just like being rained on very, very recently, and I don't know. I do not know. Down here, the quarry is very nice as well. The rock work that works along the edge of the coast works really quite nice in the quarry too. We've got some fencing here, which is vanilla. I think this is from the prison, I do believe, and it's to protect people from getting into the quarry. But of course, it's a little bit collapsed in places because it's just like a abandoned quarry, isn't it? Yeah, very nicely done. Love the detailing here. Not so sure about the trench that's been put in there, but hey, what do you know? Nice little pool of water at the end here as well. Very tidy, very, very tidily done. Quite like that quarry. Right, one quick last fly around and have a look at the things we haven't had a look at. So over this side of the map, it's completely undeveloped. There's no highway connections over here. You'll have to expand out that way on your own. It's pretty nice, but now's your chance. I don't know what this area is, but now's your chance to pause the button and choose. Is this a 1-star map? Is this a 5-star map? Your overall score for Santander by TM Victor, please, as we fly over here and have a quick look at these hills. The hills don't really do anything for me. They're just right on the edge of the map and are a reasonable backdrop, I imagine, for visuals. Okay, there, your time is up. Let's give this thing some aesthetic marks. Aesthetically, I like it. Okay, I think it's very nice. It's not a 5-star map, but I think it's a very strong 4-star map. So 4 stars for aesthetics. Detailing. Some of the detailing is excellent. Some of it fails. The failure bits could easily be pushed up to 4 stars, but they hold it back to 3, I'm afraid. 3 stars for detailing. Gameplay potential. Do you know what? There's an awful lot you can do with this map. I really like it. I think it's 5 stars for gameplay, but I think the problems need fixing first are going to draw away and distract your attention, so I'm bringing that down to 4 stars for gameplay potential. The detailing lets this map down a little bit. Same scores as last time for TM Victor. Santander by TM Victor, 4, 3 and 4, same as he got for King of the Road. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget, the map to vote for from the past will be up on the screen in a moment. So if you want to click through and have a quick look, it's a shorter show as well. So go and have a quick look at that and give me your opinions on that previous map from a little while ago. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series, and join me tonight for Ostriv, that Ukrainian village builder game. It's lovely. Thanks for watching.